So Keyshawn Davis has been a boxer who's been hyped up for a while. He was always someone who was seen as a prospect with a lot of potential. And finally, he became the WBO lightweight champion after knocking out Dennis Brinchek back in New York in February 2025. But somehow this guy managed to lose his belt in a span of 5 months, but not the regular way a champion loses their belt, in the most embarrassing, unprofessional way. He was supposed to have his first title defense against Edwin De Los Santos in his hometown, Virginia. So he had this whole big promotion from Top Rank. They always posted videos like every day for like 2 weeks leading to the fight, or even way before that. He had interviews everywhere. It was supposed to be this big event, not just for him, but his brothers as well. As Kelvin Davis was on the same fight card, and his fight was against Nahil Albright, who is an important person in this story as he's pretty much the family's nemesis, but we'll get to that later in the video. So Keyshawn Davis has this big promotion. He's supposed to be the next big star in lightweight, WBO champion, all that good stuff. And then, you know, it's looking good, it's looking bright. Everyone is looking forward to the fight, at least people from his hometown. I can imagine several people buying tickets, trying to get to the fight, things like that. But what happens? We get to the weigh-in, and Keyshawn Davis misses weight by over 4 pounds. I mean, just totally unprofessional.
Undefeated at 13-0, brings 9 of his wins by knockout, his first title defense. Official weight 139.3 pounds for Davis.
You could tell that this guy did not even try to make weight. I mean, the guy was on the scale, flexing, acting like, yeah, this is what was supposed to happen, acting like he's ready and all that. If you watch the weigh-in without the audio, you would think he made weight and he's ready to fight. But he was flexing, showing no remorse, nothing like that. And then the second thing which makes it obvious that he missed weight on purpose is the fact that he wasn't even looking skinny.
I'm a fighter, I understand. You know, let's say if we give him the benefit of the doubt, he tried to make the weight. This and all this in the third, right? That's bullshit. You on the other side, that's bullshit. You didn't try to make the weight. Why you signed a contract for 135 and put your title on the line if you knew you wasn't gonna make the weight to begin with, if you knew you were struggling to make the weight to begin with? So that's what I would say in return is that it's bullshit. It's very unprofessional. You're supposed to make that weight. Period. Hands down. I don't give a damn. You supposed, hey, if he crawling on all fours to the scale, then I'm saying, damn, he tried to make the weight, but it was too much for him. But he wasn't crawling on the scales at all.
Tweet from Dan Rayfield says, talk to Bob Arum about Keyshawn. He was not happy. The quote from Arum, you can tell if a guy is trying to make weight and just can't. You can see that he's dehydrated. That wasn't the case with Keyshawn. He never really tried to make 135. That's my view of what happened. End quote.
Keyshawn was looking fine. He wasn't looking tired. He wasn't looking drained. In fact, he looked like he planned the whole thing. So he showed no remorse, didn't apologize to anybody, and acted like it was supposed to happen. So he pretty much tried to pull the whole Ryan Garcia stunt of being overweight on purpose to gain that advantage. But the twist came in and the fight was actually canceled, which I absolutely support. I don't believe that fighters should miss weight, especially on purpose, and then everything should move on like it was supposed to happen. It's just so unprofessional. But the thing with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is the fact that a lot of pressure was put on Devin Haney. If he said, okay, Ryan Garcia is acting wild and he's missing weight, I don't want this fight anymore, people would diss Haney. People would be like, yeah, you're just a duck, you're just trying to avoid the fight, you're just looking for excuses and all that. So it makes a lot of sense. Devin did push forward with that fight, especially knowing he had fought the guy before. But in this situation, Santos and his team did not take that at all. They had all the leverage and the main event was officially cancelled. And this led to Keyshawn Davis being stripped of the WBO lightweight belt. So he was no longer champion. So the new main event becomes Abdullah Mason versus Jeremiah Nakatila, which was supposed to be the co-main event, but now the main fight was canceled, so that became the new main event. So another annoying thing that happened is the fact that in this new main event, you know, fight weekend, show still goes on even though the main show is canceled. It's all good. Keyshawn Davis then pulls up to the event flexing, smiling, you know, putting signs on the camera. You would think that this guy is still set to fight, right? You would think he's walking in with his entrance and all that, and the camera is on him, you know, all that good shit. But this man is not even fighting anymore, hasn't apologized to anybody for wasting their time, but still showing up to the event like he's still the main event, like he's still the main guy. So that was just more proof that he had no accountability and no remorse for wasting everyone's time, pretty much killing the whole fight event. So remember when I talked about Nahil Albright, who is very important in this whole situation? He was supposed to be the opponent for Keyshawn Davis. But to give you more context, Keyshawn Davis and Nahil Albright, they fought in the past. Back in 2023, they had a fight. It was ruled a decision for Keyshawn Davis, but due to the fight being in Texas and it came out that Keyshawn had some THC in his system, yeah, they turned it to a no contest, so pretty much an L. So there is some history with Nahil Albright and the whole family. He's pretty much fighting the second brother in the family. The fight goes on. It's a little bit close, but Kelvin doesn't look good at all. I mean, he underperformed. He looked off, looked unprepared, and the judges made the right decision and they gave Nahil Albright the win, which was absolutely the correct decision. But things somehow gets worse. Mind you, Keyshawn Davis was also on the same fight card. He fought earlier in the night and he actually had a win. So you would think the family could hang on to that one win, right? Kelvin lost. Keyshawn Davis got stripped of the belt. But at least Keyshawn had a win. You would think after all these L's, the family would talk about it and be like, you know what? One brother won, so let's move on. But no. They decide to make a stupid decision. So according to Albright, at least, Keyshawn Davis and Keyshawn Davis approached Nahil Albright and jumped him pretty much. It was a whole altercation that was caught on camera. I mean, absolutely embarrassing, ridiculous, and just quite frankly, kind of ratchet.
And you see punches being thrown, and Nahil Albright's brother is in the purple, and you just see Keyshawn Davis come in. The guy running in is Keyshawn Davis, and things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for the Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw a stroller being moved back. That's Keyshawn Davis being pushed away. But the reason he's so upset is because that's his son that's in that stroller. He goes back to retrieve his son. But why would you put your family in this type of situation? It's just uncalled for and unfortunate what we've seen here at the Scope Arena. This was supposed to be a celebration of all that is great with the Davis brothers and what they represent for Norfolk, Virginia. And when you end up having the police intervene and escort them out of the building, that's just definitely not the way this night, this weekend was supposed to take place.
It was unnecessary. You know, you would think the whole family would reevaluate every decision they've made during the weekend and recoup, but no, they just made things worse. They actually went ahead and jumped Albright, and according to Albright, at least, Keyshawn Davis, of all people, headbutted him.
And celebrated my victory with my team. And yeah, Keyshawn and his little brother came in, and they started looking at me. It's like they saying something about his older brother, like they was mad. And he like grabbed me, pushed me back. I'm like grabbing his hand. He like moved his head towards my my head. You know, got like a little.
So you bumped heads?
Yeah, he like headbutted me. Yeah, he like headbutted me.
Oh, okay.
Can I see that?
Keyshawn did?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what happened.
I mean, it's just absolutely wild. And one thing to point note of is the fact that Keyshawn's whole family was there, including his baby. I mean, his baby was in the cart behind the whole altercation. This man left his child to get into some squabble, not knowing who's there, what crazy person could pull a weapon, how things could escalate quickly and just go bad, not giving a care, making terrible decisions back to back. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And then that whole situation turns on. Now, this just makes things terrible. Now, Kelvin has come out and apologized on behalf of DB3, which is the 3 Davis brothers. And you know, but he at the same time he still denies that his brother jumped Albright. So I mean, everything was caught on video. Regardless of what happened, it was definitely an altercation, and Keyshawn was there, Keon was there, and the fight was about to go on. And I mean, why would Albright lie about anything? He did have a nut on his head, which wasn't there after the fight, and it was indicated that that was from the headbutt from Keyshawn.
To you or anything? Anyone from their camp or anything after all this happened? Did Kelvin apologize to you, or what did he say?
Bomac and Terrence Crawford came in and was like, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah.
What did that mean? How much did that mean?
It meant a lot. I got a picture of us.
Could you show us this by any chance?
Yeah. I hope it's on this phone. But yeah, I was like, I had to take in the moment, being a champion, and then Terrence Crawford comes to your room. What?
Calvin Davis, in a statement posted to social media Sunday, and apologized for the altercation while denying his brothers jumped anybody. This is what Calvin Davis said. On behalf of DB3, we apologize for conducting ourselves in that way. Tension was high and emotions got the best of us. We will be back and better and more professional. It's ups and downs with this, and we're gonna take what comes with it. With that being said, we didn't jump nobody. That's what Davis said. Sorry to all the kids that look up to us. We shall set better examples. Albright and Keyshawn Davis have history. Like I said, I think he can bounce back. What do you think about the 3 brothers? I mean, I don't see how you can argue with the fact that they were just totally unprofessional. But do you feel like they were justified in some way? Do you think Keyshawn Davis can come back to this? Let me know in the comments, guys. Please don't forget to like the video if you like the video, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.